I'm upset. I'm really and absolutely upset. I don't believe what I'm seeing in this world. I don't. We are burying our dead deep in the ground, beneath the soil. We take a whole human being, put him under the ground, and cover with soil and forget about him like it's normal. And we have normalized this behavior for thousands and thousands of years. We haven't thought about it. We haven't thought about how cruel this is to the human being that we're subjected to all this. It's totally unbelievable. How? How do we bury our dead? Even the other animals have some common sense. They don't. They leave the dead on the ground. The dead, like, that's animals. Animals do that. They are a bit more. They have a bit more sense than we have as a generation, as a civilization. I have no better way to put it. I don't. We are lost. This world is lost. Why? Why do we do it? It's the most traumatizing thing I have ever come across in my entire life. I was a kid, 3, 4 years old. I don't even remember how old I was. And I attend this function. I thought it was a function. So many family members had come together, all my cousins, my uncles and aunts. It was a happy ceremony. We were eating fruits, playing games, and having the much fun of my life. Then all of a sudden, they call all of us children and they go stand in front of that box and we take photos of it. And I'm like, what is so special about this box? Why are they placing us in front of it and making us take photos in front of it? Like photos were rare things. Like there are not so many cameramen or photographers around the area. And photography is expensive. You don't just take photos for nothing. There must be a special event. That was back in 2001 in Kenya. Okay, so I wondered. There was a picture of a person who I didn't know. I was wondering what's going on. I went there, took photos, very happy. I was taking photos, then went back to play. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know. I didn't follow. I didn't care. Then a year later, my grandfather dies. Now I know. I know that my grandfather is dead at this time. I have had the news. For the first time, I'm getting to experience death. I know there's death, and I know my grandfather is dead. So he comes. They bring him in a box, a different box, more posh this time, bit better, more polished. Yeah, looking extremely good. And I was happy. My grandfather is here. And then they are crying. I was wondering, why are you crying? I was wearing my best suit. I remember on that day. I used to like that suit so much. So I wore it. And that day I wore my best, it was looking my best. My aunties came from Nairobi and they brought me some queen cakes. I remember eating the queen cakes with the wrappers on. Great time, great moment. Having the time of my life. Then they put the box somewhere. The box was being carried by around 6 people. They put it in front of a table and then start the service. There's singing, there's preaching, there's all that. I'm listening and I'm like, this sounds like something fun. I don't know what people are doing. At that time, I didn't know what death was. I didn't know that people die and they don't come back to life. So I heard about death, but I didn't know much about it. So the most traumatizing moment came. These people lowered the box inside the ground like that, mm, up to the bottom. Then I'm watching, I'm wondering, what are these people? What kind of game are they playing? And is my grandfather in there? I know he's there and he's dead. I don't know what dead means, but he's there and he's dead, which is okay. But what are they doing? They put inside. I thought it was a game. It's like, oh, maybe you're playing some game where he we drop him into the hole and then he comes out. So I'm waiting, and soon they start doing the obvious. They took chalk shovels and started throwing sand and soil into the hole. And they're wondering, what are you doing? That's my grandfather in there. What are you doing? So I'm there, I'm listening. And like I'm watching, I'm listening what people are saying. People are crying, some others just talking, people are in different moods, different, I don't know, I'm a kid at that time, I don't understand. And they finish. Yeah, they finish. There's a cause the hole had the box in it, so it was covered in it looked like a mound, like a hill of some sort. And they went ahead, they put some flowers. I'm like, oh, this looks cute. Flowers. Yeah. Put flowers. Then they put a cross. I didn't know what a cross was, but I saw them put a cross. And I'm like, what's the next step now? I have not seen this game before. That was a game. Like I honestly have not seen this game before. What's supposed to happen? Is he gonna jump out and scare like a jump scare to us? or what are they going to do? Then they start leaving. I'm like, what are you doing? What the hell is going on? Why are you leaving? My grandfather is inside there and you're leaving. Why are you leaving him inside there? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, this is not right. They are all leaving. Then they all left. I was left there standing alone. Now I'm wondering, is he gonna pop out or something? What kind of game is this? Why have they left? I ought to be here. I honestly thought that it was a game and they would dig him out and he would come up and greet us and then this would be a great ceremony for all of us. But that didn't happen. They left. And I went quiet. I went quiet and I looked at it. I never asked anyone any question, but I'm like, is that what happens when people die? You put them in the ground and you put soil on them. What happens if they resurrect or something? Like, how are they going to get out? The box is locked completely with a padlock, and then there's soil on top of it, like 2 meters of soil on top of it. How are they going to get out? I had no idea that you can't get out once you're dead. It's over. And it scared me. Dead scared me from that day. Being put in a box and put in the ground and soil on me, that was scary. I was like, why would they do that? What is this death thing that is becoming so makes people so barbaric in that way? I could not understand it. And when I understood that, I was like, this is still barbaric behavior. It's behavior we should not be tolerating as human beings. We should not bury human beings. I support the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. Their act of mummifying their people was brilliant. We need to keep these people intact and above the ground, maybe in a showroom, see them for the old generation to come, thousands of years, see all dead. Down in the ground where they just rot and their bones are lost and all that. No, 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 no. We are not animals. Even animals do it better. They don't put it in the ground. It's traumatic. It's very traumatic for those who watch and for the entire society. I don't know why it has become so normal to do it. It should not be normalized. I disagree. I completely disagree. I'm completely against putting people under the ground. Others are banning them. I don't know whether that's worse or worse. I don't know, but how are they going to resurrect? Assuming you are going to resurrect, I think a lot of people believe that there's some resurrection at some point. There's another life, or if we are not resurrecting, we are going to another life. How are they going to go to the other life without their body? I don't understand those who ban. But I don't understand that. They are gone, they are gone. Maybe that's better. They don't want to go anywhere, they just want to disappear once they're dead. But there are people who want to resurrect. People hope that someday there's technology that is going to resurrect people. People hope that someday Jesus is gonna come back and resurrect people, or Buddha. I don't know who is coming to resurrect, but we have a lot of opinions about it. We think someone is going to come and resurrect at some point, or we are going to resurrect. So where are our bodies going to be resurrected with no meat? Where's the meat? How are you going to be just skeletons walking on the ground? We need to mummify this, keep the meat, keep everything so that the resurrection process is easy. And yeah, this is the only way to handle this situation. We need to mummify everyone. Everyone needs to be mummified forever, however much the cost is. We should spend half of our budget on that if that was it takes to make sure we don't subject humanity to this atrocity of putting the people under the soil. You can't breathe in there if you just happen to wake up. Just imagine a scenario where you're not dead, you're just unconscious, then you put in there. You can't breathe. You die, and you die a very horrible death. Imagine just knocking on the coffin. I saw a prank, top notch idiots. They buried some guy alive. I'm like, he woke up and he's like, I'm in a coffin. Oh my goodness, the panic. I can't imagine that level of panic. Imagine just mummified. Before mummified, they just wake up and know that unbelievable. We as a society are lost. We are completely lost. Our priorities are misplaced. We need to put the respect for humanity uh, at the utmost as the utmost priority in this world. We have to respect human beings. Human beings must be respected. It is disrespectful to bury a human being. It is disrespectful. I completely am with that opinion. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. That is it. That's absolutely it. I can't. I can't. I even stopped going to bar. I did. I stopped going to burials. And I want something. I want something different. I want to see something different. Something respectful. Something that shows that we valued these human beings, not just throwing them and forgetting about them. No one even digs the graves after a while to see how they're doing. People should be doing that. If you bury them after 1 year or two, you want to know how they're doing, so you just unbury them and check them out before you return them. Visit them. Even prisoners get visits. Even whatever get to get visits from people they love. Why do we act like we love them? We didn't love them. If we put them in the ground and forget about them, even if we come and place flowers on top there or build them a mausoleum or something like that, we are not trying to see how they're doing as the dead. We need to respect the dead. We need to take care of our dead and make them feel like they are loved and cared for by the humanity that they have left behind. They are not capable of doing anything for themselves, so we have to do these things for them and make sure they're good and they transition into their next life properly and well. That's that's the least we can do. It's the least. We claim to love them. Do we love them? Would you say someone loves you, they put you in the ground? Assume you're alive. They put you in the ground and they bury you and they forget about you. They just talk about you like in the past tense now. You even change from the present tense to the past tense. You're nothing to them. They don't care. Your great great grandchildren are born and they don't even know you existed. Like, I don't know my great great grandfather. They buried him long time ago. Maybe if it was mummified, they could go back and look at it, and I'm like, oh, that's my great grandfather, that's my great great grandfather, that's my great 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 grandfather, and I would be looking at them, I would be appreciating them. I would know their names. Now I don't know. I don't even know my grandfather's father. I don't even know his name. That's just 3 generations from me, and I've already forgotten about them. Everything they ever did on this earth is useless to me. I don't care about them, and not because I don't want to. I have no connection to them. There is nothing they left behind unless I go to their grave and dig them out and fight and look at the skeleton. I can't know how they look. There are no cameras at that time when he was alive. We need to preserve the memories of our human beings. We should not bury our dead. I am completely against that. No burying our dead from today. Let's enact that. Let's put it in the constitution. Let's hold referendums about it. Let's do the most about it. We should do the most about that. About humanity. We are the best species that has ever existed. The other animals can't dig graves and they leave the carcasses on the ground, which is a bit better than putting them in the soil. If we left carcasses on the ground, I would say we are a bit human. But putting human beings under the soil is inhuman. It's the most inhuman thing you can. It's embarrassing. We're embarrassing our dead. And they were great people when they were alive, very helpful. Like, they were the best. They might have been the worst, but I bet most of them were the best. They were good people who we would want to have as part of our families. We should form large places. I don't know what you're going to call them, but we should form large buildings where from now hence everyone who dies, we mummify them and we put them there. Make sure everything is intact. Their meat is intact. Their bones are intact. Their face is intact. Their muscles are intact. Every muscle and every bone and every joint, everything just standing there still, and we can see it and we can appreciate it. Look at them. That's what I'm talking about. It's so easy yet so hard and so I don't know. I don't know. We shouldn't. We really shouldn't. And it's something. It's common sense. Once you think about it critically, you will see the kind of inhumanness in the act of burying a human being underground. It's even the Bible says. I don't know whether the Bible is this or just my church, but they say the devil is down there. The devil, apparently the devil is under the ground. It doesn't make sense now that I'm an adult. But as a kid, I used to believe that if you dig down enough, you're going to find the devil. Maybe right now it's magma and lava. Yeah, maybe that's it. The scientists at least say that. But when I was a child, I thought devil was directly down on the ground. If you dig, not anymore. Why are you sending everyone to the ground? Even the saints, the pastors, the preachers, everyone. You're sending them down to the ground. Why don't you send some up into the space? I heard there was a scientist who died in space. Maybe that was the best way to die. But yeah, why do we do this? It's unacceptable. We can't live like this as human beings. We need change. Change must come. Change must be established in this world. There needs to be order. There needs to be respect. And I insist, respect, respect, respect. Respect our elders, respect our ancestors, keep them alive or living dead if you want to call them that. I know that's not the term for it, but yeah. Let them continue to exist on this earth in dignity. They need dignity. Dignity is the one thing that we need to ensure that all our ancestors get, even for the future generations. And the future generations will love us and care for us and be very glad that we instituted such laws. Yeah, thank you for watching and listening. See you next time.